Sookie has the Hep V virus and she gave it to Bill. Sarah Newland has the virus antidote of the Hep V in her system. Come on, man, really? I knew it. The set, you were right. This is True Talk. Okay, let's get down to it. This was a pretty good episode. I liked it. What drove me nuts though was is that I was telling my wife since the beginning of the season, you know what? There's got to be an antidote. There's got to be a cure for this thing somewhere, somehow. And now all of a sudden, Sarah Newland drank the antidote on her way out of the vamp camp from last season and stuff like that. So now you got, this new twist in the story. I knew it was going to come out some way, somehow. I just didn't know that it was going to be that way, So what are they going to do? Are they going to kill Sarah Newland? Think about it. The True Blood Corporation from Japan wants to have her head on a plate. So does Eric. But both can benefit from keeping her alive. One, Eric can benefit by feeding on her and being cured of the Hep V. Two, the corporation, the Japanese corporation, can benefit from it by creating copies or manufacturing her antidote in her body so that they can get the True Blood back in business and they can get back into business, because apparently they're losing money, they've lost everything, they went bankrupt because all the True Blood's been contaminated thanks to the governor. I found to be funny when Bill went to that place to get his will settled. When Bill found out he had the Hep V, he went to get the bill, to see an attorney to get his will and testament, settled. And they told him, the late governor kind of put this law in. Yeah, you remember him, right? Right, Bill? The one whose head you ripped off last season? That guy. Yeah, he kind of screwed you well. Bill was kind of pissed off, as you can see. He kind of took care of that, lawyer who was trying to extort him and stuff like that. So that was kind of crazy. Sookie feels really bad. Apparently it must have got into her system when that whole ambush happened in the garden or in the yard or whatever, that they sprayed the vamp Hep V blood all over her when the vamp was being killed. Poor thing, and I'm, and poor Jessica, she's about to lose her daddy. Bill made her, so it's not going to be easy for her either. I'm sorry, did I fail to mention how Violet is up to something? That vampire from the beginning I always thought was bad news. She grabbed this guy and owned him and stuff like that, and I think in a way she kind of emasculated him throughout the last few series, because you know how Jason always was. He always felt like he had to be in charge of everything, and then she kind of took that away from him. And I think that's one of the reasons why he felt like he just couldn't go on with her. He felt kind of relieved that she had left, but the truth is, she's got something sinister in her sleeve by taking the girl Fairy and I forgot her name, and her boyfriend. By the way, they're running away together because Sheriff and Holly aren't happy with them, and that was a whole kind of comedic actually side story. Then we had that little thing with Sam and his wife. What was that about? Okay, all right, she wants you to go with him. What's funny? Sam said, Bontown is the only place I've ever felt really safe. You know what I mean? Like that. Come on. Really? Safe? You spent the last 5 seasons, fighting off, maenads and vampires, good ones, bad ones, sick ones, small ones. Anti people with the Obama mask. Yeah, you feel real safe, don't you, Sam? Yeah, it's the only place I've ever felt real safe. If that is safe, I want to know what dangerous is to you, dude. For real. My God. It's the only place I ever felt safe. I was like, dude, you should just leave with her. Just leave with her. You got nothing left for there. Move on to a new life. Just move on. You know. Let's talk about Tara for a minute. You know, even though we lost Tara in the very first episode of the season, she's still in there. You know, as a image or a vision or a dream or a ghost or something like that. And I saw how Tara's mom and Lafayette like went into this otherworldly realm. And they took her down from the cross, and she went to their old home, and she's digging in the ground. What's that? What's that about? So she's definitely trying to tell Lafayette and her mom something. Just don't know what it is yet. I guess we'll find out soon enough. The only thing that bugs me about that is that doesn't Lafayette have the ability to like speak to the dead? Isn't he a channeler or something? Why can't he just do that? And then I thought about it. I said, well, you know what? She's a vamp. She was a vamp when she died, so maybe it's different with vampires. It's not exactly that clean cut as opposed to a human soul. I don't know. It's just a thought. But big props to Lisette, my friend Lisette, that's here on the True Blood page. She nailed it. If you read the comments down there below this, she mentioned it about Sookie. She was like, Sookie, hey, maybe she has the Hep B, that's why Bill's sick. And I was like, you know what, that's an interesting theory. Boom, she was on the money. Unbelievable. Lisette is cute because she wrote down, she writes Sookie's name. It sounds like, if you read it, it looks like Sucky. It's cute. I mean, what do you want from me? And that's Sucky. I'm like, no, it's Sookie. 2 O's, not Sucky. But you know what? Okay. That's pretty cool. So, thank you, Lisette. Thank you for that insight. You nailed it. Big props to you. What else? My God, there's just so much going on. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, well, of course, there's Eric and Sarah Newland. They were gonna like burn them in the sun as the sun was coming up, but right there's a little minute. And of course, it's always at the edge of everything, like at the edge of your seats. Is he gonna die? Is he gonna burn? Is he gonna what? And they end up, coming with a deal that they would kill her, he would kill her, and then they would like deal with the body. Of course, they opened the door, and there's Sarah's sister, all cured, right? Because she came to her and said, "I'm a Buddhist. You're a Buddhist. Everybody's a Buddhist. Everybody's a Buddhist. Mechagodzilla is a Buddhist. So everybody's a Buddhist. Wait. Obi-Wan Kenobi is a Buddhist. All that kind of crap. She was just popping a lot of nonsense about that Buddhist stuff, but whatever. So she got that going on, which I found to be funny. But she had the antidote of the Hep V in her, and she cured her own sister. And now Eric saw that she was cured. So, there's a good chance that if they find Sarah and, she's back on the run again, that he will be cured. However, with Bill, it's different. I don't think Bill is going to make it, folks. For some weird reason, the virus is advancing really quick with him. It's like this. And I'm like, why? Is it because Sookie's blood is already different? It's the blood of a fae that's making this worse? It's possible that might be it. Or, might be something else. Who knows? Maybe because of when he was Billith, his residue of that, like a part of that is still in him. I don't know. I'm just coming up with theories about why the Hep V virus is advancing very strongly, aggressively in Bill, as opposed to everybody else. It was funny how we walked into that big room where everybody had to take a number and wait. It looked like a social security office in the South Bronx somewhere. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. We've all been there more or less, up and down, whatever. Social security office, or you want to go get your, copy of your birth certificate in City Hall, whatever. It's that kind of thing. So anyway, this was a good episode. I liked it. Had some strong points. The whole thing about this Hep V thing is really spreading, and now that we know that there is an antidote, we got something to look to, So let's see what happens. in the soon to not too distant future. So until next time, until next week, leave your comments, leave your page, leave your whatever in the bottom. And until then, this is True Talk. Take care, guys.